Nobody has been hammered more than Chuck Schumer over these past couple of days. So we'll talk about that as well. Then we have, this is just a total disgrace. It's a pathetic, disgusting disgrace. But Trump welcomed Al-Qaeda to the White House. I'm not kidding. I wish I was. I'm not. Imagine if I told you in 2002, after 9/11, that number one, we'd have a President Donald Trump, and number two, he'd be snuggling with an Al-Qaeda member in the White House and treating him like royalty. Well, that actually happened. So we'll get to that. And everybody's talking about this one, man. Trump's 50-year mortgage plan to basically make you a debt slave. That's what it is. It was universal condemnation. MAGA hates this idea, and everybody hates this idea. So we'll get to that too. The United Kingdom is also accusing the U.S. of war crimes. This is totally unprecedented. They're now stopping their program to share intelligence with us. They're like, we're not doing that anymore. And it's understandable. They don't want to be dragged in front of The Hague at some point in the future. So really, really big deal there. And then we also have an update on the raging right-wing civil war. Mark Levin is trying to go for Tucker Carlson's jugular. So I'll have a lot to say about that. So you guys, disgusting, depraved things that he did. This is, ladies and gentlemen, beyond a smoking gun. This is a 5-alarm fire. Our president is compromised. Our president is compromised. And by the way, who was Epstein working for that he wanted dirt on these powerful people? He was working for Mossad. More on that in a little bit because we have new evidence on that front that came out. Shout out to Dropsite News. This is also a bombshell, but the mainstream media is not touching this part of it. But you have foreign intelligence, so Israeli intelligence, with literal sex tapes of Trump, potentially even with underage women. And gee, you wonder, hey, why is it that he's giving Israel literally everything they've ever wanted ever? That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Why'd he let them steal the Golan Heights in the first term? Why'd he move the embassy to Jerusalem? Why is he saying, go ahead, finish the genocide in Gaza? Why'd he do a fake peace deal to give them cover? Why is he letting them, rampage through the West Bank and take that too? Well, now you know. Now you know. So here are some of the emails. Let's start with this one. So Michael Wolff is involved in a lot of these. Michael Wolff is the reporter who embedded himself with Epstein and got Epstein to trust him so that Epstein would basically give up all the dirt in the world on, what he's done and what Trump has done. And so a lot of people are saying that this is like damning of Michael Wolff. I don't think it is. Obviously, he's basically like, a double agent or something. Like, he has to make Epstein trust him. So he became like buddy-buddy with Epstein. And that's how we know all the shit that we know about Trump and Epstein. So take a look at this one. This is from Michael Wolff to Epstein. I think you should let him hang himself, talking about Trump. And I believe this was 2015 when he was running for president. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the House, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say, Jeffrey's a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. So in other words, what's happening here is Jeffrey Epstein knows how much dirt he has on Trump. And this is Michael Wolff saying, look, give him a little bit of space and let's see how he plays it. But, he owes you because you got all this dirt for you to not release it. He's got to do favors for you, which, by the way, now it all makes sense as to why Jeffrey Epstein was allegedly offered a spot in Trump's first term in the White House. People don't remember that. That was reporting that not many people talked about. Well, we talked about it here. And thank God we did talk about it. And now you know why. Because Trump was thinking, how can I make it so that this guy doesn't tell all my dark secrets? Hey, Jeff, I got a great spot for you. You want a position in my White House? I'm more than happy to give it to you. Incredible, incredible, incredible stuff. So this one is from Epstein to Michael Wolff. The victim at Mar-a-Lago, Trump said he asked me to resign. I was never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls. He asked Ghislaine to stop. Trump had said publicly, I know nothing about that. I know nothing about what he's done. Well, this is Jeffrey Epstein saying internally at the time, fucking of course you do. You absolutely do. And saying you asked Ghislaine to stop. Now, later on, Trump updated a story where he also said that, but this is the big one. This is the big kahuna. You guys ready for this? So this is from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein, it looks like. I'm sorry, this is from Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. I want you to realize that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. So here he's saying Trump spent hours with one of the Epstein victims at Epstein's house. Gee, I wonder what goes down there. Now, you ready for what makes this particularly damning? Take a look at the year that this was sent. This was sent Saturday, April 2nd, 2011. This is before Trump ran for president. And this is Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein saying, Trump was just at my house with a victim for hours. There are definitely tapes of Trump. And you know this wasn't, oh, we're trying to take him down or whatever, because he wasn't even running for president yet. Definitely tapes of Trump. And you know this wasn't, oh, we're trying to take him down or whatever, because he wasn't even running for president yet. That's it, man. It's over. Smoking gun. There's pictures, there's videos, there's audio out there of Trump, potentially even with underage girls, but certainly with girls. Everybody should be talking about this. You know what the crazy thing is, too? There's been all these